What's going on, everyone? Alu here from Alu's Fishing Adventures. Currently we are heading down to the Boise River to catch some trout. I'm going to kind of show you guys today how I go about catching trout in the Boise River, what baits I like to use and lures, and we're going to do a little cooking today. So I'm going to show you guys kind of how I like to clean the trout and how I like to cook them actually, and what I cook them with. So it's going to be an exciting day. Hopefully we catch some nice fish. See you down at the river. Alright, just made it down here to the river, or almost to the river. But here's kind of what I got going on here. I got my light weight set up here. I got 6-pound test on this line, or this rod, excuse me. I got some worms, and then I have this Blue Fox rainbow trout colored spinner. Not sure the exact weight on it, but it's small enough, but also big enough to kind of handle the current and get down in some deeper water. I also got my Berkeley fillet knife here. Some pliers, of course, my ice chest, and then some tackle in here. So let's get down the river and get to it. Alright everyone, so we've made it to the first spot. This is a good looking spot. You know, you got this moving water right here, and I was actually pretty successful at this spot last time. So like I said, I'm going to be using this Blue Fox spinner. Sometimes I use a Met spinner, or I forgot the other one that was called that I use, but they're all pretty good. I stick around the rainbow trout color range there, and then we might switch over to worms a little later, just depending on how good I do. But yeah, let's get to it. Well, looks like I'm defeated by this one. Got to break this off. Oh, it came off. What? What in the heck? Ah, classic, guys. It was just weeds. Well, got my feet wet for nothing. Alright, so I went over and switched to this split shot and a worm. I wasn't really having too much luck on the spinner. Missed one barely when the camera was off, which is kind of frustrating, but we're gonna give this a shot. See what happens. There we go, got one. Guys, it's a bummer to see this fish out here. Normally I just kill him. There we go. Nice trout, guys. Finally, huh? Oh, another one, guys. Looks a little bit better, huh? Oh, another one, guys. This one's good. This is a really good one. Wow. This is a wild fish right here. Sorry about it. Okay, buddy, don't hurt yourself. That right there is a wild rainbow. Oop. See you later. Alright guys, we're going to call it a day on fishing. I'm going to find a place to clean these trout. I normally don't stick them in the cooler live like that. However, I was on some rocks right next to like a popular trail. People were walking around, and I doubt most people want to see me cutting up fish on their favorite trail. So I kind of just put them in the cooler. I assume that the cold ice would pretty much kill them right away. So knowing that last fish was a little bit of a rough release, kind of slipped out of my hands there. It was sitting between some rocks for quite a while. Well, not quite a while, maybe for 30 or 40 seconds, but I kind of helped it get out of those rocks, and I put it in the right direction and it swam right off. But that was a beautiful wild fish, beautiful wild Boise River trout. The colors on that were absolutely amazing. So we don't, or I don't tend to eat ones like that. I know some people do, but I think you really want to preserve the wild fish population in the river here, and yeah, keep that biodiversity going, especially with all the stock trout that are getting released into this river. So guys, I think I am going to clean these trout at home. It's just getting kind of late, and I live so close to this river that the fish will definitely still be fresh by the time I get back. So I'll show you guys that once we get back there. Alright, so we're back at the house now. Miller's over here cooking. Say what up. I'm going to clean these guys up real quick. Rinse them off, get that river juice off of them. And what I typically do is I take your knife here, stick it right in the anus. Oops. There we go. Just the tip of the knife so you don't puncture the guts. And then I go ahead and cut off the head. just like that. Take all your guts here. You can just kind of peel them all out. That one's ready to go. Bag out here. Strip the guts out. It's that easy. And this little blood vein back in here is kind of, I mean, I do my best to get it out with my thumb, but it's almost impossible to get all of it out. And it doesn't affect the flavor of the fish, really. Alright, so what I typically do with trout, I get some shallots, quite a big garlic. And then Old Bay seasoning is a new one that I've been using. I typically use Cavender's or Mrs. Dashin's lemon salt, or is it lemon pepper? I don't know. And then black pepper. So I dice this all up. I'll get the stove fired up. I don't want to cook it too hot. Probably about a good medium heat. What I do is take some of this garlic and shallot here and I kind of stuff the trout up. And normally I actually do cut off the tail here. Score the meat here a little bit. We'll take our butter. Quite a bit of it. Oops. Take a little bit of lemon. Let that sit there for about 5 minutes and then we'll flip it over. And I almost forgot to put on the seasoning here, but I usually do this while it's cooking. Just a little bit of pepper there, and a tad bit of salt. Alright, so this is looking about done. Good stuff on there. My roommate Paul is going to come enjoy this with me. He's going to let me know what he thinks. Cheers. Oh yeah. Oh. Bone on the first bite.
You got bone?
Mm-hmm.
I'll fall right off.
That's still really good.
All about the skin.
Yeah, the skin is super juicy. Not like other fish, we have to scale it. You just eat it. Well, this is super good. Definitely recommend everybody going out catching those fish, cooking it. Nothing more enjoyable than eating, I guess, what you catch. So, yeah.